What's up, Dragon Brood? Today is a little bit of a fun day for those of you that are into control decks. Not only are you going to get to watch PowrDragn, that's me, play a control deck, it also has a bunch of blue cards in it. So there you go. This is a thing that only happens once every, like, I don't know, 20-ish videos or so on the channel. But you know what? We're making rotation ready decks and wanted to make sure that y'all blue players had a little bit of something too. So strap yourselves in. And before we get to the video, remember that these are rotation ready, not rotation proof. What that means is if something comes out in Dominaria, you may want to add it to the list, or some choices we've made on cards you may want to change based on what gets printed in the next set. But that being said, anything you craft or buy that you want to play today will be good for the next year. So let's go take a look at this Bant Superfriends deck and what it looks like in the new standard. Alright y'all, before we get to the rest of the video, I need you to bear with me for about a minute because I have something free for you that comes from today's video sponsor, Skillshare. Now you're probably wondering, why would I be even talking about Skillshare? Well, I'm always trying to up my game on my content. You've probably seen all my recent stuff with some different graphics changes and how I'm presenting stuff. Well, some of that comes from my research and learnings, and Skillshare is a big part of that. Now, if you check out Skillshare, they have tons, thousands, literally, of different courses that you can go and check out anytime you want. And the best part is they're in bite-sized pieces. So even if you only have 5 minutes here, 7 minutes there, you can catch up when you catch up. I mean, I use them whenever I'm letting videos render that y'all are gonna get to see. With that downtime, I can use some time to learn, which is awesome. Most recently, I started on this lesson by Becky Peckham, who talks about developing your signature style. Classes like Becky's are huge for somebody like me on YouTube because it helps me develop my own personal flavor, flair, and makes my content better and helps it stand out. Maybe you want to get better at gardening. Maybe you want to learn how to make music better. Possibly you want to be a better artist, right? They have classes for so much stuff, you would not believe it. Skillshare also offers their classes in 5 languages, and they have tons of new courses that come on every single week. And what also is cool is it's ad-free, so there's no interruptions. If you only have 15 minutes, you can make full use of that 15 minutes. Oh, I did tell you there was going to be something free. So if you want to join Skillshare, the first 1,000 viewers that sign up using my link below, you'll get a free month of Skillshare. You can go on and learn about whatever you want, however you want, whenever you want, for 30 days. Learn a little bit of something. And thanks again to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Alright, so we're going to give a little bit of credit here before we get started to Covert Go Blue, because I was working on this deck and then I saw his version, and he had a couple of things in there that I kind of liked, like playing with Endless Detour and stuff. So we incorporated that into our list, and we ended up only really being in the end, I think like 6 cards different or something, but you know, he plays more control than I do anyway, so tip of the hat to that dude. Now, let's take a look at this list, because boy, is it something. Alright, so I get to play with Luxior, Giada's Gifts, for the first time. I actually haven't had this in a list yet, I don't think, since it came out. So this is actually pretty cool that I finally got a home to try this out. So we're going to cross our fingers and hope that it works, because we're not going to have that many games to get it into play. So I hope we get to see it. Then we have 4 Fateful Absence. This card, just a great removal card. 2 Make Disappear. This is good in the early game, not so much later, so I didn't want a bunch of these in here. We are playing 1 Shigeki just as a late game card. You almost don't want to play Shigeki ever early, unless, you know, desperation. You really do want it later to be able to get back more removal, get back a key Planeswalker, you know, whatever you need, especially since we're going to have a lot of mana built up. Then we have 2 Dissipate, just so we have some hard counters. 4 Broker's Charm, which helps us. Mostly we're going to be using it to draw cards, but it does get rid of enchantments, which is pretty important. And occasionally late in the game, if we have some creature tokens, we can go ahead and kill some stuff with it. Then we have 2 Endless Detour. Now this counters a spell or targets a non-land permanent. And I guess saying counters a spell isn't correct. Like, you can target a spell or you can target a non-land permanent. And then his controller gets to either put it on top of the library or on the bottom. So not the greatest thing, but it does slow the opponent down quite a bit while you're still drawing cards and whatever on your side. Then we have 1 The Celestis. We've got 3 Wandering Emperor, 3 Memory Deluge. Possibly could be a 4th if you want to cut one of the other cards. We have 2 Teferi, who slows the sunset. And this is actually really good here, just being able to like gain us life, buy that little bit of extra time. Really like a lot of what this has going on for us. I have only played Teferi, I think, in 2 other lists, so I'm really kind of looking forward to this one. And then we have 1 Ren and 7, just because late game, if we can make a big 10-10 or 12-12, like, that's going to bring the game to a close real fast. And then Tamiyo Completed Sage. We like Tamiyo in here for a few reasons. One, you can just keep something problematic on lockdown, which is great. But the other thing about Tamiyo is that it can actually let us reuse our Planeswalkers out of the graveyard. So you can get back a Ridden 7 maybe if you just need another big body late. You can get back to Fairy if you need to search for a card or gain some life or whatever. Wandering Emperor to remove something, right? So Tamiyo actually has a good amount of, I guess, versatility in this build other than just being able to tap down a creature. But that is very powerful as well. And then if you get Tamiyo's Emblem, all your spells cost 2 less, and you get to tap it to draw a card, which is pretty damn cool. Especially with like Teferi and a bunch of other stuff going on. So like this could be really, really good. And then of course we're playing 2 Farewell because we have Planeswalkers. We'll just get rid of everything else. And a couple of March of the Otherworldly Light. Then we have 1 Iganjo, 4 Plains, 3 Islands, an Otawara, a Boseiju, a Forest, 4 Deserted Beach, 4 Overgrown Farmland, 4 Dreamroot Cascade, and 4 Spara's Headquarters. So yeah, this is going to be... I'm bracing myself because these games have potential to be quite the grind. So I don't know how many we're going to get into this video, but I want y'all... Hopefully y'all sit through them because these are going to be long, grindy games. No matter what, unless we just run into a bunch of aggro decks, but that hasn't been the case the last 2 days. So we'll see what's up. But anyway, let's play the games, and then at the end of the games, we'll come back, talk about what we liked, didn't like, what we want to add to the deck, and all that good stuff. So go enjoy the games, and I'll catch you on the back end of the video. Alright, let's keep it. This can maybe get us through a couple of turns, so we'll see. Well, that's nice when the opponent doesn't do anything that bothers us. Tainted Adversary. Alright, sure. You got it. And we'll pass. Alright. Looks like we're just going to take 2 here. No need to get crazy. Opponent's going for a meat hook here. Alright, well I guess we can just destroy that whenever we're ready. We'll go ahead and draw 2 cards. Boy. Alright, all the manas. Let's play this. And I guess we'll pass. No need to be in a hurry here. Gonna hold on to the Spara's Headquarters for a little bit. Not sure how badly we want it later, but we'll see. Now, there's a good chance we're going to lose our Planeswalker here, but that's okay.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you.
We technically have 7, or, well, 3
of a
extra
road
cards, but we get to see a pile of cards here in this game, so not bad.
Back.
Totally okay. Here I will play this tapped, and we'll pass. Nothing. Alright, I guess they're just holding on to a bunch of removal. Oh, I should have drawn there. I wasn't paying attention. I was so busy like reading my cards and stuff, I forgot. It's alright. We'll just draw this turn then. Which I guess to them probably looks like we're just sandbagging some stuff, but we will take a Tamiyo and we will take a Broker's Charm. Okay. We will pass. I mean, we could Tamiyo and protect it, but I think we're just going to pass for now. So we can Wandering Emperor, enter the turn, make a 2/2. Oh, a Fight Rigging, huh? Okay, we can just get rid of a Fight Rigging with one of these. So that seems fine. Let's go ahead and play this.
Finally, I'm home. We must
Take our turn.
protect the people.
We'll go ahead and play this. I think we'll leave some mana up. So we'll go ahead and pay the iron price here.
Phyrexia's story infects the mind, becoming unforgettable.
Strike fast and
We'll
strike hard.
pay. Submit 0. And then we'll attack.
Such an imperfect form.
Do we care about that? Not really. Like, doesn't really affect much. They can have that. Innkeeper, sure. Why not? Oops. All right. All right, getting some more mana here. We'll go ahead and minus, make another Deuter.
Guards,
We
to
will
me.
plus for 0. We'll play a land.
You do not write this story.
And we'll just pass. I mean, we're pretty well set up here. We've got removal cards, we've got draw spells, we've got... I was about to say life gain, but we don't have life gain, technically. That we don't like. How do we feel about that? If we let that Tybalt resolve, how do we feel about this? Alright, I guess we gotta do this. I mean, they can put it on top and then we do it again next turn, but we at least get to draw up to, what, 5 cards next turn if we need to? So that seems reasonable. Now, we could have also just destroyed Tybalt, but... Alright, opponent just goofs. Alright, I guess we are keeping... Can't really throw this one back. We just have to hope to draw another land. But, I mean, we do have Broker's Charm, too, so we're mostly okay here. Iganjo is just going to end up in play, I think, unless we just rip, like, land. I don't think we really have much choice there. But let's see what the opponent's got. Because if we can get through a couple of turns, like, this hand's actually not bad. We did draw another land, so that's good. We got that covered. Alright, how bad is it? Ooh, check for traps. Alright, have fun. There's a lot to pick from. Alright. They said none of that for me. Fair enough. Picking up that Dissipate's kind of nice. Gives us a chance to set up like a Tameo or something next turn. Unfortunately, we can't be crafty and copy anything in our yard because our yard's empty. Alright, let's see what they do here. If it's small enough, obviously, we can get rid of it with the March, and then we don't even have to use the Dissipate. And then we just wait on the Tameo. Oh, that, however... I think we will get rid of that. I'm just going to pass here. I don't think I want to put Tameo out there to be killed when we're not getting any value out of it. It'd be better off just to wait here. The Graveyard Trespasser. Okay, sure. Yep. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Because unfortunately, Tameo targeting that is going to cost us a bunch of cards. And we don't want that. So we'll just target that. Yep, we're sure. And we'll discard this. Alright, let's just draw. We know we're not going to do anything else with this, so we might as well do it now. That's actually not a bad one to pick up there. I mean, they might go land Den of the Bugbear. No, seize the spoil. Oh, so we're doing some of these shenanigans. All right, fair enough. Sure. So when this thing, we have to discard when this thing comes in. Sacrifice, discard, lose 4 life. Okay. So I'm kind of wondering, like, do we want to let it come into play? Do we want to just do this now, and then worry about dealing with Den of the Bugbear in a minute? I sort of feel like we do. Let's just get rid of everything. And the main reason I was about that is just they would have gotten some value off of the eye twitch as well. Oh, there's a gem. Okay. Well, good news is we can remove a Junji, so we don't have to worry about that. Though we probably don't necessarily want to. We'd probably remove Den of the Bugbear first, if given the opportunity. We may not be given the opportunity. Yep. Opponent is not about that life, they said. Okay, well, would have been nice to draw like a Wandering Emperor or something. But no luck. I'm willing to guess that they're holding on to some amount of removal here, because they've been pretty steadily slow. But it could be Deadly Disputes or something as well. Looks like it is. No, it's a Hero's Downfall. Okay. Guess to make us discard? Sure. Don't hate it. That's a solid play. I mean, I'm into... Whoa, hold up a second. We get back Tamiyo Farewell in a March, huh? And we could play March on the cheap. All right, I'm into it. Fable, sure. And then we use this. X equals 1, 2. Probably just get Tamiyo. I don't even know. Maybe we do just get Farewell. All right. I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh, that's all we can get anyway, because Tamiyo's legendary. Never mind. So we really didn't have a choice. This works out perfectly. Okay, let's go. Sorry there, I missed about half a turn. My recording ran out of space on my drive, so had to move stuff over. But we're back in business. So here we go. Let's see it. What we got? Okay, so at this point, their last 2 cards have to be removal, right? Whether that's... Oh, I guess not. Alright, let's go ahead and draw 2. So we at least get maybe 1 safe thing to discard. Alright. We'll resolve and discard this thingy. Seems reasonable. I ain't mad at that. That works.
Don't worry. I face scarier villains.
Now, there's a reality that the opponent's holding another, like, Hero's Downfall or whatever. But, so maybe I should have just searched instead of untapping since I already had the mana. But, we'll see. Because if it's not, we end up pretty strong into next turn. And they might think, like, well, I'm just... Okay, it was a Hero's Downfall. So maybe we should have just went ahead and got some cards off of it. Because really, we are in a situation that we almost have to just make a 2/2 or have, like, Wandering Emperor out there. Well, never mind. I was going to say unprotected, but, well, okay. That's a thing. Those are words that happened. Okay.
Until next time, then.
Definitely not how we wanted that to go down. All right, they discarded a land to draw probably a land, right? I'd say that's what they would have drawn. If they attack, we're blocking, obviously. Their dude's worth more than our dude is to us. Okay, I'll make disappear. Doesn't do a whole lot here. So we're going to go ahead and pass. What do you got going on, opponent? All right, in the turn. Now, we do have a ton of mana here. I mean, we can use Deluge and still have mana up for, like, a Dissipate if we had to. All right, well, here we go. Ooh. We'll take Wandering Emperor and Tamiyo. Those both seem special. Tamiyo, yeah, we'll just pay full price. I'm down. Matter of fact, we could minus Tamiyo to get Teferi back, right? Yeah, so let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, what? Exile target permanent mana value and create a token that's copied. Oh. Alright. I clicked it one too many times is what happened there.
We are past. We are future.
Alright. And then we will submit 0 for artifacts. We will tap that thing, and we will untap one of these white lands. Alright, then we'll play a land, and then we'll pass. Let's see what the opponent's got for us. I mean, they can copy something now, too, so that could be a little dangerous depending on what they have. March of the Wretched. Well, do we make them just pay an extra 2? Because we're going to get nothing out of this, right? Otherwise, actually, no. Hold up. We have just enough mana for this. Wow. Okay, cool, cool. Get that off the screen for a second. All right, so we're going to minus.
May your blade strike true.
And we'll sack this. Target this. So now they get their choice of what Planeswalker they want to kill, but we're kind of okay with that. Yep. Okay.
Years of
So now
training
Tamiyo can keep that locked
for
down.
this.
Oh, that's not bad. All right, so let's lock this bad boy down. Let's
Such an imperfect form.
I kind of want to look at the top. But you know what? At this point, let's just see if we can get to Ultimate Teferi. All right.
Second here, a second there. Who's counting?
We're in the ballpark of making it happen, so let's just see if we can. I mean, we're still at a ton of life, so we're not worried about that aspect of things. The opponent's had a lot of removal, though. All right, another March Rose. Let's see if we can find something good here. All right, we'll try again. Draw 2. All right, we missed. Down goes Teferi. We tried. Though this Ren and 7 is going to get us quite a big token creature, which is pretty sweet. So we're not going to be too upset about that. Make a big tree folk. And play a land. And we're going to pass. Uh-oh. Getting something out of their yard? Is there anything to get out of their yard? There's really not. So if they have a Reanimator type spell, we're actually in pretty good shape. Oh, they didn't have anything there? Ooh. Plus. Nifty. We'll keep this tapped down for just a little bit longer. We will play a land. we will gladly attack for 13. They've got nothing, it looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and cycle this now in case we do find another Planeswalker or something we want to play. Nope, but it dissipates pretty nice. We're going to go ahead and end the turn. Well, if they didn't have a way to kill the token last turn, they probably don't have a way this turn, so that should lock things up. Yep, that'll do it. Okay, we'll keep this one. See what we can turn this into. I mean, if we get a land, this is actually pretty nice. An untapped land would be preferred, but this is cool. I don't have a problem with this. Maybe get rid of something early with the March. Get Endless Detour to buy a turn, and then maybe set something up with Wandering Emperor or Tamiyo, so seems alright. Unless they're playing all hasty things, which they might be, because, you know, they've got Lightning Bolt sleeves, which says they like going fast, like race cars. Alright, we did find a land, so that's good news. What's going on here? Alright. It's like a game of chicken, I guess. And? Alright, they don't have anything that comes at us. Huh. That duder. Alright. Let's put that on top. Though, you know what? That was a little bit of a bad play, because I could let them cast that, and then I could play Wandering Emperor, make a 2/2, and then Tamiyo tap down their thing and attack into Sorin the next turn. That's probably what I should do, honestly. Huh. Alright, let's try that. Let's see what happens when they cast. I'm assuming, yeah, exactly. You cast Sorin again this turn.
I take no joy in this.
They decided to just plus, unfortunately. Good move on their part, though.
You wish to know my secrets? Very well.
Run away. You'll be safe.
All right.
To me.
+1.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Go here. We'll go ahead and play this.
Has not gone unnoticed.
Pay the full price.
I am the hand that chronicles Phyrexia's wiles.
Submit 0. In the
You
turn.
do not
All
write
right.
this story.
So this can still give us enough room to get rid of Lolth, because now we can tap a thing, we can remove a thing, we can attack into Lolth, like, still get us where we want to go, hopefully.
Blood for
He
knowledge.
looks an interesting choice
fair
here.
trade.
We kind of really want them to play the Lolth. They're not going to do it for us, unfortunately. Alright, well, we lose our dude, which is going to complicate things here, but nothing we can do about it. That's not a bad card. Huh. Only cheaper for legendary creatures, though. We're going to have to ignore that for a second.
Let your blade do the talking.
I'm going to put this into play because there is a chance we could find, like, Dissipate or some such. So we kind of got to treat that appropriately. And then
Our
we'll
will
just end the
cannot be
turn.
denied.
All right. Let's see where this goes. I mean, who knows? They might want to remove all creatures and, I mean, all planeswalkers and then get their planeswalker back. Like, that could be a real play. All right, more land, which
You wish to know my
useful in this fight,
secrets?
I imagine.
Very well.
Let's see, though. I mean, they have a pile of cards, so I'm sure there are a lot of options. I'm just really hoping we have a counter on top, because I think that's what we're looking for here. Has to be a dissipate, though. It was not. However, I don't hate these choices either. If we take Teferi... Do I want Teferi in March? I think we do. Feels a little weird, but alright. Which of these do we get rid of? It's got to be Wandering Emperor, because we can just get a Wandering Emperor back with Tamiyo. And now the opponent's incentivized to kill Tamiyo if they can. Alright. We might... Let's just go ahead and get rid of this. While it makes sense. Alright, so now we have to make a real decision. Spells you cast cost 2 less to cast. And tap to draw a card. I think we just do it. This is one of those fights I think it's just going to be beneficial.
I cannot unwrite what has been written. My notes process ignorance.
Things
into
become a lot cheaper.
intelligence.
We can tap this to draw a card. We can untap with the fairy.
Time for a complex plan.
Oh, that's excellent. That's very good. All right. Untap. No creatures. Untap a land. Unfortunately, not a lot of great stuff in the graveyard to get back here with Shigeki. Just waiting if we do anything else at the moment. I mean, maybe we go ahead and just kill Sorin so we don't have to mess with it. Alright, I think we just pass. I mean, we could have gotten sneaky and, like, kill Sorin, remove their graveyard, but there's really not much there. Yeah, end the turn. The interesting thing is this only costs 5 now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, it's possible we could end up getting a counter, like a make disappear that would matter. I doubt it, but maybe. Alright. They're going to keep drawing cards, it looks like. So we're going to be in for a bit of a long game on this one, y'all.
My ways are not for the weak.
This, like, Teferi Tamiyo emblem thing is kind of cool, though. Why is this thing not indestructible or something? I just realized that. Like, this is actually dangerously fragile for removing your planeswalkers. So it's something I hadn't noticed before. All right. So before the Lolth hits, let's go exploring. Sure. We found a make disappear, but that's not quite good enough. Guess we'll take a backup to Fairy. Man, make disappear just so bad here now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. All right. As much as I kind of want to land, I think I'm just going to take March, which is pretty pitiful, but it is what it is.
Darkness will swallow the light.
All right, they make their dudes. We will get rid of one of them. And then, I don't know, maybe we just kill both Planeswalkers and exile graveyards? I mean, takes away a little value from our Shigeki, which is unfortunate. But it still might be correct. The opponent wants to also meat hook. Okay. They're just going for it here. Let's... get rid of one of those.
I am merely delayed, not defeated.
That's neat, but... Alright, not bad. Go ahead and kill this.
Excuse my sudden egress.
We can get rid of creatures and graveyards. Leaves us 1, 2, 3. No, leaves us just 2 mana. We can untap, have a 3rd mana. Alright. Exile creatures, graveyards. I guess. And yeah, I guess we just get rid of everything. Well, we don't get rid of artifacts, obviously. That'd be bad. Alright. Sure. I mean, even though it would do more damage, or do some damage to them. Untap an artifact. No creatures. We'll untap this land.
Second heat,
And we will
second bear.
pass and end the turn, I think, here. And we're about to ultimate to Fairy. If the opponent doesn't kill them. Alright. We are going to try to off this for the whole whopping 0 extra mana, which is awesome. Okay. You got something for Teferi anyway? I guess I should have waited till they got to the attack step. Would have cost them a mana. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Bad form on my part. I should have waited. May ultimately not hurt us, but it does give the opponent at least another mana worth of efficiency here that they wouldn't have otherwise. Yeah, exactly. So now they could crack both of these if they want to. Whereas they would only be able to crack one the other way. Which, you know, in a long game like this, where we're both drawing a bunch of cards, like, it really could matter. Alright, we got a little bit lucky there, I think. Okay. Options. Let's start here. See what we get. I would like just one Dissipate to just protect the Teferi till we can ultimate. That's all I want. Opponents really waiting this one out. I don't know what's going on. All right, Whisker Biscuits, let's go. And I'm not being insulting. That's the username. Up there. Nope, up there. There you go. Whisker Biscuits. Okay. Well, we will take both of them. Now, we only got to look at 2 because it did reduce our costs. So, you know, we didn't get to look at as many cards. Yeah. Guess we'll draw. Not bad. We will play a land. We will untap some things. No creature. We'll untap this, I guess. And then
time only flows
that leaves
in
us
one
what?
direction.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in hand. Woo. We're gonna discard 1 Broker's Charm. End the turn, because we don't need all these extra cards. Okay. Now, we will end up drawing to try to find a counter if they're about to remove Teferi here. Alright. Go to the attack step. Excellent. So we don't make that mistake twice. What else they got? They're at 36 cards. We're at 34, so it's going to be kind of close. We're going to end up drawing a lot of cards. So we need to get to our hard counters, really. Or else I don't know how we're going to get out of trouble. All right, let's draw a card. Ooh, this is a long game, y'all. I am sorry. Like, this is a fun game, but boy, is it long. But if you want something that can deal with the black-white decks and happens to be looking forward, this is the deck you want to be playing, I guess. All right, that at least helps somewhat. All right, that's it. We're gonna make a creature.
Finally.
We can finally start on the offensive. Farewell, that's nifty. We'll draw a card. You know what? I should have minus Teferi first. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. We have Endless Detour to buy us. Right play. But we should have done that first before I do anything else, so we're not passing priority and they get a chance to kill the Teferi. Because we're going to play another one anyway. So this one's the one that's going to get to untap stuff regardless. So there's no reason to just not do this, honestly.
I really should have seen that coming. Around. I'm finishing this.
All right. So we had 2 Planeswalkers go ultimate in this exchange, which is just ridiculous. And we can definitely get to our counters because we haven't seen very many of this. Actually, we've seen none this game. So we can definitely still find those. We'll go ahead and +1. Looks like they don't have an answer for that.
To teach you.
I know.
Untap.
Right on.
Submit 0 for creatures. We'll untap. I don't know. What do we need? It doesn't matter. All right.
I've got some time to
Play a land. We'll get our attack in. And now, not only that, if we do get to a counter or whatever, we've got Endless Detour and we've got Shigeki, so we can set up a couple of defensive situations for multiple turns. So I think we're okay. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but we get to untap every time and draw during the opponent's turn, so we're always going to have all the mana. I guess I should have just tapped out anyway. If we were going to untap, I might as well have spent some of this. Yeah, let's go looking first with this, because why not? We will take, none of these are great. I guess Broker's Charm and Beseiju. Actually, man, we're going to have so many cards. I don't even think it matters here. Let's take a Beseiju so we have some land. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this, targeting that. Oh, no, that I just realized we can get another card per turn because this untaps too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're going to be able to have everything we want all the time. This is real nice. All right. Path of Peril. Sure. You got it. Our turn. Ooh, now we get to do more fun things. Let's play this. Let's equip up. Actually, wait. Putting a Planeswalker at risk here, is that beneficial? I do not know. Let's... I mean, we can get a counter back if we need to. So, sure. We do all get all this mana back, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and put another counter on that first. And we will untap. Nothing for creatures, untap a land.
Give me a moment.
I mean, we could +1 the Teferi, which would be hilarious, but I don't think that's where we want to be. And then we'll go ahead and minus.
Keep watch
And we
for
played a land
intruders.
already, so let's go ahead and draw a couple cards here. Those were not beneficial. Let's not make a habit of doing that. Okay, there's a dissipate. That's mostly what we were looking for. Yeah, I'll just draw a couple here. Take both of them. Gonna discard a bunch of lands here to end the turn. 1, 2. Guess we don't need that much more green mana at this point. Man, do we even need Broker's Charm? We really don't. Actually, we're not gonna fare well, I don't think. And some other land. That's fine. All right. Man, this is just a gross embarrassment of riches. Like this is, you talk about a prison situation, like this locks stuff up. Like all kinds of bonus cards, all types of extra mana. We only have 18 cards left, so we absolutely would be living and dying by this whole protection situation with this Shigeki. But now we're good. Opponent's at 9. I don't think there's a real way we lose here now without just me being a complete screwball. Because unless they have triplicate removal, but even then I don't think that does it, because then we just move the Luxador over to whatever the 2/2 that remains. And then we can also pump its power, as silly as that is. Actually, we could get back all the Broker's Charms and just pump it to a big +1/+0. Oh, actually, I don't even think we can. I think we need to have 2 targets for that first ability. So, yeah, we wouldn't even be able to do that, actually. I don't blame them, though, being a little salty. This is a rough way to lose after such a hard-fought game. I mean, I kind of get it. All right. +1 here.
We've got
Okay.
the edge in this fight.
That locks it up. That is something. Whew. That was a grind, y'all. That was a grind. Like, that's just blah. Like, heck of a game, though. Heck of a game. This is what happens. You get 2 control decks, and this was a grindy fight, but a very hard-fought win. We finished with, what, 16 cards in our library? But we really had everything in the yard to put this game away. I mean, we had replacement Planeswalkers, we had extra removal cards, extra counters. With the mana situation, we could have just used Shigeki to get back whatever we needed in a crunch. Even here, if something were to happen, we could play a Tameo, get back a creature, or I mean a Planeswalker if we needed to. So yeah, we had everything covered, every which way. There you go. And that's gonna do it. Oh, man. We'll take it. Okay, no lie, I don't know how y'all do it. Those of you that love playing these control decks, God bless you, CGB, because this is just something else. I don't know how you're able to pull that off regularly, but hey, if it works, it works. When you get 2 control decks against each other, you just get some super grindy games that are just tough to get through. They're fun, but man, they are so slow and long. And it's a little bit difficult because when you're talking about trying to play on the ladder, like, you don't want to run into a bunch of other control decks. However, when you're moving into a new standard, you're going to see a lot of aggro decks early. So you would be able to play a deck like this and not have too many long games, I'd imagine. So something to think about if you do want to play it as we roll into Dominaria United. The other cool part about this deck is it does have a lot of room. So if there's a new Planeswalker in the right colors, you could play it. Maybe there's a better removal card you want to squeeze in. Like, it has a few spots that let you adjust your count for a few things and really leave options open. Maybe there's a new cool counter, right, that we want to play. So that's the other good thing about this deck, is that while it is pretty set on the cards you do want to play with, there are some flex spots that leave you a little bit of room as well. So big fans of that. And this actually played very well. So pretty impressed overall. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Rock's Warmonk. And this is just a sad little card that hasn't really ever gotten its day. You know, even when it was in standard, you would think 3 mana, 3/4 lifelink, like people are going to play that. But they really just didn't. It just never really fit right with a lot of things. And, you know, as you move into stuff like Pioneer, well, you just get more and more powerful decks, so it falls even further behind. However, if you are playing Bant colors and Commander, and maybe you need something for the early game, maybe you want something and you have like a lifelink, life gain theme, this is a good card to look for, and it's super cheap. It's had a couple of reprints. You can pick these up for like $0.25. So if you're looking for a filler card, this one's not too bad, but it's not going to be your game breaker. And don't forget to check out the Skillshare link down below. The first 1,000 of you that click it, you're going to get a free month of Skillshare, which is awesome. You can learn all kinds of things. But if you like today's video and or today's deck, check out this playlist I've got, because there's going to be a bunch of standard ready, rotation ready stuff going into the new standard. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.